The trailer release of Captain America: A Brave New World has created massive hype by introducing several new villains who are expected to play a prominent part in the movie. The Marvel Universe is filled with quality villains, and it's about time we get to meet some in the cinematic universe. Amongst the multiple villains of Captain America 4, there's a certain someone who stood out in the trailer, and it's none other than the leader of the Serpent Society, Sidewinder. He's played by the ever-talented Giancarlo Esposito, and when Esposito takes up a role, he masters it to perfection. So we at Marvelous Videos thought it would be a great opportunity to discuss who Sidewinder really is, and what part he will play in the upcoming installment of Captain America 4. So let's get right into it. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is Sidewinder? At first glance, you may think Sidewinder is just another villain in the Marvel Universe. However, his storyline is much deeper than that. Seth Volker, aka Sidewinder, is the leader of the Serpent Society, and also the one who got all the serpent-themed villains together for a collective purpose. The Serpent Society functioned like a Forbes 500 company, and Sidewinder was at the helm of things. But how did Sidewinder become the leader of the Serpent Society? And what powers does he actually possess? Well, for that, we have to take a look at his origins. Seth Volker was born in the state of Wisconsin, and started working at the evil conglomerate called Roxxon Oil Company. He quickly rose through the ranks and was tasked by Hugh Jones, the president of Roxxon Company, to retrieve the infamous Serpent Crown. This is when Sidewinder gathered all the serpent-themed villains to infiltrate a ship. Basically Avengers, but everyone is a serpent-themed villain. Transformation into Sidewinder. Although not much is revealed about his personal life, we do know how a humble man named Seth Volker turned into a feared villain called the Sidewinder. Roxxon Oil Company was involved in many illegal experiments, and Seth Volker volunteered for a similar experiment, designed to create superhuman individuals. The main purpose of the experiment was to develop a technology for the benefit of the company. However, the experiment turned in Sidewinder's favor, as he got access to the mysterious cloak that helped him teleport from one place to another. The device was called the Serpent Cloak, and thus the legend of Sidewinder was born. But Sidewinder is much more than a magic cloak and a villain with the ability to teleport. He's also an accomplished economist, and has used his intellect in various missions for the Serpent Society. Sidewinder powers and abilities. Now, Sidewinder is not strong like Captain America, and doesn't possess a legendary suit like Iron Man, but he always makes the most of what he has, and that can be his business acumen. After working for years in the Roxxon Oil Company, Sidewinder learned the basics of handling an evil company, and was able to transform the Serpent Society into a full-scale business. He was so good that he persuaded villains to work for a salary and benefits, just like a normal 9-to-5 job. Just imagine you're a supervillain and have to punch in at an office at 9 a.m. sharp. Apart from that, Sidewinder also has above-average intelligence, which helps him make the most of his teleportation cloak. Coming back to the Serpent Cloak, it's like a slick piece of equipment that helps Sidewinder jump dimensions and evade difficult situations. It's powered by an nth generator, and helps open wormholes, making it easy to jump dimensions. Additionally, this cloak can also teleport other people who are covered entirely by it. It's because of this ability that many villains join the Serpent Society. Sidewinder promises everyone to rescue them if they ever get caught by the authorities, and for a villain, this can be the best thing a leader can do. The Serpent Crown Heist. Sidewinder wasn't a well-known villain in the Marvel Universe until he pulled off the infamous Serpent Crown Heist. This was the first time when the Serpent Squad was seen in action, and we could witness Sidewinder as their leader. He makes his first appearance in the Marvel 2-in-1 comic series. The comic series was centered around the Thing, who happens to be a prominent member of the Fantastic Four. In each issue, he partners up with various superheroes to stop enemies and work for the common good. In issue number 65 of Marvel 2-in-1 Comics, the Thing learns about the potential heist happening in the middle of open waters. He gets the help of Stingray and investigates the situation. Upon further investigation, he finds out that it's a trap laid by none other than Sidewinder and his band of villains called the Serpent Squad. They're there to retrieve the infamous Serpent Crown, on the orders of Hugh Jones, owner of the Roxxon Oil Company. The Thing does the best he knows, throw hands and try to annihilate everything. However, the Serpent Squad is comprised of Anaconda, Death Adder, and Black Mamba. These villains were a fair match for the Thing, and outsmarted him by capturing Stingray. Basically, Anaconda distracts the Thing by fighting him head-on, and by that time, Death Adder delivers a poisonous blow to Stingray. With both the superheroes now under control, Sidewinder instructs the Serpent Squad to tie them in an intricate manner, causing death to both if any one of them moves. Subsequently, the serpent-based villains continue their search for the crown. To acquire it, the squad makes their way into the depths of the ocean, and they drill the ocean floor with the help of ships owned by the Roxxon Oil Company. After searching for a while, the Serpent Crown is discovered by Anaconda, and he shouts in amazement. However, he's warned by Sidewinder not to wear it it under any circumstances. While the squad is enjoying the completion of their first mission, they're interrupted by the Thing, Stingray, and the Inhuman named Triton, who appear just in time to help the heroes. They quickly overpower the Serpent Squad and launch an attack against Sidewinder. However, the Master Strategist uses his teleportation abilities and escapes the location with the crown. The heroes were able to defeat Anaconda, Death Adder, and Black Mamba, but their mission fails as Sidewinder leaves with the crown. In the following issue, we find out that Sidewinder delivers the crown to Hugh Jones, who already has another serpent crown. Now he has 2 crowns in his possession and wants to establish a new world order. Sidewinder smells danger and immediately gets out of the situation after getting paid the big bucks. Subsequently, the Thing and Scarlet Witch track down Hugh Jones and defeat him in an intense battle. However, Sidewinder lives to see another day. Following the crown heist, Sidewinder gets super confident in his abilities as a leader and establishes the Serpent Society. They soon become one of the most feared villain organizations at one point in time. However, everyone must face a downfall, and theirs was Viper, a former member of the Serpent Society. She plots against Sidewinder and poisons him while taking over the society. But Sidewinder is actually very smart and expected this all along. Therefore, he makes a quick escape yet again and saves his own life. After all the betrayals and failures, Sidewinder was still loyal to the Serpent Society and treated everyone as his family. He infiltrated the society numerous times and saved many characters. There was one instance when King Cobra, the new leader of the Serpent Society, was on a warpath and wanted to kill Diamondback. Sidewinder later intervened and saved Diamondback from her untimely death. After getting betrayed by his own people numerous times, Sidewinder gives up the villainous life and lives in solace and peace. But it seems like he's back, and he's more fearful than ever. The recent trailer of Captain America 4 gave us an insight into the character of Sidewinder and what we can expect from him. Sidewinder to unleash chaos in Captain America 4? Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, has a tough job on his hands in the upcoming movie. According to the trailer, the movie will feature several villains, and will also introduce Sidewinder to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But we won't be getting the traditional comic Sidewinder, as Giancarlo Esposito's version of Sidewinder is more subtle and grim. Esposito is seen in a few shots in the trailer, and by the looks of it, Sidewinder is actually missing his traditional serpent cloak, so we don't know if Seth Volker has discovered his powers yet, or if the makers decided to show the serpent cloak in the movie itself. Viewers have many questions after Esposito confirmed that he's playing Sidewinder in the upcoming movie. Firstly, Esposito is a great actor and has done justice to every role he's played. Just take a look at Gus Fring from Breaking Bad or Stan Edgar from The Boys. So Marvel must have planned something intricate for this talented actor. And it can also be assumed that Sidewinder will be the primary villain in Captain America: Brave New World. After reading the exploits of Sidewinder in the comics, it's safe to assume that the storyline will be something around the Serpent Crown. We could also understand from the trailer that someone has infiltrated the White House, and it could be Sidewinder along with the Serpent Society. Surprisingly, Diamondback, another member of the Society, is confirmed as part of the movie. So maybe it's finally time that these serpent-based villains make their debut in the MCU. Sidewinder has fought Captain America several times in the comics, and is considered his regular foe. Diamondback was also considered a love interest for Captain America. Therefore, it's no surprise that the makers have decided to include the Serpent Society and Sidewinder as their leader. Fans can expect an intense battle between Captain America and Sidewinder, as the latter will use his cunning mind and strategy to create chaos and destruction throughout the movie. With Giancarlo Esposito playing the primary villain, we can also assume that Sidewinder will make several more appearances in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and viewers will get to learn more about the leader of the Serpent Society. But there's another more interesting theory making the rounds on the internet. Following the events at the San Diego Comic-Con 2024, it was revealed that the makers have decided to take a more grounded approach for the character of Sidewinder. Instead of his traditional outfit, he was seen wearing a leather jacket and shades. Maybe instead of showing the Serpent Society as an army of snakes, MCU will take an approach similar to that of Hydra, who aim to influence the entire world. One more interesting discovery is the absence of Roxxon Oil Company. If you take a look at all the movies of the MCU, Roxxon has barely made an impact. Therefore, it's assumed that Sidewinder will be part of another sinister organization, and is doing their bidding. Whatever the reason may be, it'll be exhilarating to see Sidewinder finally make his debut in the MCU. Conclusion. Marvel has taken massive steps to improve the MCU after the initial downfall following the events of Avengers Endgame. Captain America: Brave New World will serve as an important project for the future of the MCU, and important steps have been taken to ensure its success. We have villains like the Red Hulk and Sidewinder making an appearance. Additionally, actors like Giancarlo Esposito and Harrison Ford have also been starred by Marvel. Therefore, we can surely expect fireworks when Sidewinder finally makes his appearance. His cunning attitude, teleportation abilities, and the influence of the Serpent Society Society can be a difficult test for the new Captain America. It seems like Sam Wilson has finally met a worthy opponent, and these villains will test his mantle as Captain America after the departure of Steve Rogers. With this, our feature on Sidewinder comes to an end. If you have an interesting theory regarding Captain America 4, then do share in the comments down below. Also, if you're interested in learning more about the Serpent Society, then do check out our Marvelous feature on the origins and formation of the Society. Until then, thank you. If you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.